Whenever you're ready.
All right. Androids live forever, but Apples run away. Hi, my name is David Krause, and today I'm going to tell you why Android is the better buy for a phone. Okay? Starting off, I just want to ask you guys a question. I just want you to think about the whole presentation. Why is it did you have the phone you do? Really though, why is it you have the phone in your back pocket? Okay, or actually take it there. Okay. Now, a lot of people will say comparing Android and Apple is like comparing apples to oranges. I mean, what's the real difference? And the big difference between the two is the idea of an open and a closed systems source, mobile platform. Sorry. The two main ideas behind it is an open source basically pools information and ideas together, while a closed source kind of cuts it off within an individualized company. To kind of illustrate it really well, if I were to take this whole class and cut it straight down the middle, all of you guys would work together on one phone. The rest of you guys were allowed to work together, but you all had to come up with your own individualized phone. This group over here would come up with a lot more innovative or a lot more diverse products. Not saying the guys over here aren't good at making phones, but when you try and cram so many ideas into one product, you wind up with stifled ideas. You wind up with some ideas being considered more important than other ones just because, I don't know, maybe you're on the team longer than some others. And that's really where this comes into play. And you really start to see the big difference between these two products when we start getting into the nitty-gritty. Starting out with internal specifications. Now, all these specifications come from Samsung.com, the actual source, Apple.com, and Net360.com, which is an online tech independent review. For the most part, I chose to choose two phones that are going to focus my study. One of them is the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge and the brand new iPhone 7 Plus. Now, fundamentally, these phones are pretty similar and almost basically the same thing, except for some real big differences. Number one, the S7 does not have expandable memory. Both phones start out at 32 gigabytes. The iPhone 7 does not have expandable memory. Both phones start out with a standard 32 gigabytes. But the Samsung is the only one that you can actually expand that memory outside. You can get more memory on your iPhone, but you get a fully upgraded 256 gigabyte iPhone 7 Plus. It's $969. So for an extra $200 off the base price of $769, you get a fully upgraded. For a Samsung, because it has expandable memory, it uses a micro SD card. Basically the way that works is you pop the slide micro SD card and it automatically goes to the memory. I'm sure everyone already knows that. But on average, it's going to cost you anywhere from 60 to 70 extra bucks. And it's really, really simple. In terms of battery power, they're basically the same thing. Except for the Samsung has a slightly higher megawatt power. But what's really interesting is the processor. The processor in the Samsung is an octa-core, whereas in the Apple it's a quad-core. Now if you guys don't understand what that is, basically when a computer has to solve a problem, if it's a dual-core, which means it is two, it takes the problem, cuts it in half, and then the two processors independently work on each half of the problem. With an octa-core, it takes the problem, slices it into 8 pieces, and then the whole thing, and it independently works on it 8 different times. With an Apple, it only works on it 4. It only cuts it into 4 different pieces. And that really makes a difference when you're trying to process things quickly, and you're trying to process a lot of data quickly. So in terms of processor power, the Samsung is basically overkill. But internal specs are, it depends on the individual person. I may only require 32 gigabytes, or someone else may require 500 gigabytes. So there's that. But in terms of reliability, where do these two products stand? Well, on YouTube, you can find a multitude of durability tests, drop tests, what have you. But I found one video by Phone Buff, to be pretty intellectually. They used an iPhone 7, not the iPhone 7 Plus, and a Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. Both phones were subjected to a drop test of about 4 feet onto a concrete slab. Now, the way it worked was they would drop it on the front, the side, both edges, and then top, and then finally face down. And in the bonus round, they drop it until it breaks. This is where it starts to get interesting. All the phones survived the first initial test. The bonus round, which was the kill round, basically what happened was the iPhone only lasted like 8 slaps straight down onto the floor. By the time it hit the 8th time, it was completely bricked and it shut off. Samsung lasted 50 times. 50 slaps to a hard concrete slab, didn't break the front screen, didn't break, still usable. So, in terms of durability, Android products, and now I'm going to use my own personal phone. My phone is a Case 7. I bought that brand new, didn't have a case for it. I was riding my bike, I skipped on a rock, landed on the sidewalk just out front of Chapman, with the phone in this pocket landing on this side, hitting the concrete. That phone was still working when I got it. It's just unkillable. And that's what I love about Androids, is that fundamentally they're unbreakable. And they're powerful too. Now, a lot of people were wondering, 8 drops, 50 drops, whatever. I'm responsible. I'm not going to break it. I want a phone that, is fun to use and has more features and has a lot of reliability. Has a lot of pizzazz, if you will. Well, I can tell you, if you're in on an Apple product, you're missing out. In terms of better pizzazz, if you will, the Google Play Store is superior in every way. It's about 200,000 extra apps and features on it compared to the App Store. And compared to Apple, Androids automatically come with Google products, which includes Google Drive, Google Docs, Google Search, which is the automatic code you can use, and Chrome. On Apple's, all of that is you have to download afterwards, and most of the time they don't usually work properly well with Apple products. But getting down to the very last of this, what is the real difference between the two of these? And I found this when I was doing my research, that it's very back and forth. But one thing that did stand out was one product draws from a very limited amount of ideas, and one draws from essentially an unlimited amount. And this is where open source mobile platforms really take hold. This is their real advantage. They have the ability to be innovative, to make mistakes, and essentially find out what the consumer wants Steve Jobs was once quoted for saying, a lot of people don't know what they want until you show it to them. And that's absolutely true. And that kind of was his mentality when it came to building phones and building Apple products, because he had to create something innovative. He had to change the game every time he came up with something. And that's where the real power of Android shines. Because Androids are continuously updating, they're continuously adapting, they're continuously changing. And that's one of the beautiful things about business and consumers, is that their wants and needs are continuously changing, and you can't just draw from a limited source. As I've said before, in business, you always give your consumers what they want. You always try and provide for them their suits and needs. And consumers are smart. They're going to go to the product that does that. So, thank you for all your time. Really appreciate it.